I'm kind of excited here to talk about some new fletchings that I picked up. These are the Q2i Fusion II fletchings, and I am blown away by these fletchings. I honestly didn't think fletchings outside of lengths and a few different styles would make a huge difference. I went from shooting another brand that's a high profile stiff vane like this without the shield cut, and I got a hold of these, and like I said, I am nothing but blown away by them. They're shield cut, high profile vane, and they're nice and stiff, and I kind of thought that would be noisy, but they are silent. I mean, you'll hear a little bit of arrow noise, but you do with any fletching. And I have a fairly aggressive helical on these. I like to run a good helical. I shoot outside a lot in windy conditions, and that helical seems to really help. These things, I was grouping with my prior fletchings, I was grouping at 20 yards, probably a 2-inch group. I'm not an expert shooter. I put these on, and I was shooting the arrows back to back, no stopping in between. In my groups, I was touching arrows, hitting arrows, and I had to stop because the last thing I want to do is ruin, a brand new arrow with brand new fletchings and everything that I just built. The arrow that I'm shooting, let's see if I can get it to focus. It's a Gold Tip Hunter Pro 300, 29 inches carbon to carbon. I measure, most people go knock to carbon, I go carbon to carbon. That's just how I like to do them. That's how my arrow saw is set up. These are vinyl wraps. If you want to find out who did these for me, just message me and I can get you their information. But these are Q2i vanes, and they are phenomenal. Gold tip arrows you can use. I use acetone. I soak them in acetone. I scrape off the vinyl, soak them in acetone for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I take I have an old Scotch Brite pad, and I rub off all you can see all the glue and everything that's come off over the years. That thing's old. Then I wipe them down with some alcohol, let them dry off, and then I'm set. I use a grayling jig. This is a helical jig, but I also have it, it's kind of hard to see, but I have it offset even more to give it a little bit more of a helical. Glue, just straight crazy glue. This is the brush style that you brush on. I like this. This is the best setup I've ever used. That way you don't have to worry about getting too much on there. You just use the brush and brush it on and you're good to go. The fletchings themselves, like I said, Q2i, you can see they're fairly thick, and it's a thick vinyl. It has an excellent memory retention. I went to a shoot this weekend and shot through a couple of older Reinhardt 3D targets, and no damage was done to these fletchings whatsoever. They were a little dirty, took some of my alcohol and wiped them off, and they were fine. But they are nice and thick and sturdy. There's no special preparation that you need to do to glue these on. All that I do is wipe them down with alcohol right along the base of the vane, just to clean off any contaminants or anything like that that might be on there. And then I slap them on the arrow. Let's see here, I'll pull this one out. See if I can do it here. But when I glue my arrows, I let them sit for probably 5 minutes. The glue is usually dry right away, but I just let them sit just because. And like I said, these are a rather aggressive helical that I went with on these. And I like doing that just because it gives me a little bit better arrow flight. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I don't want to focus. In windy conditions, things like that when I'm out that. So, but if you're interested in checking them out, Q2i is the company. These are the Fusion II vanes. They also have Fusion vanes and Raptor vanes. They have multiple styles available. Try them out, and I guarantee you will be impressed with them.